So let's talk about the dorsal column medial lemniscus tract, which I told you earlier. The dorsal column medial lemniscus tract is further consists of two parts. One is the fasciculus gracilis and the other is the fasciculus cuneatus. What are these things? The fasciculus gracilis is a nucleus and the fasciculus cuneatus is an other nucleus. So where are these lie? These lie in, as you know, this is the cross section of the spinal cord. This is the gray matter of the spinal cord, and this hole is the white matter of the spinal cord. The gray matter of the spinal cord also consists of anterior column and the lateral column, and the white matter is also consists of interior column from the interior median fissure to the interior root, posterior column from the posterior median sulcus to the posterior root, and the medial column consists of the posterior root and the interior root. This is the medium column, this is the posterior white column, and this is the interior white column. As I told you before, the fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus, both are the parts of the dorsal column medial lemniscus system, are the nuclei. These nuclei lie in the posterior or a dorsal white column. That's why this tract is known as dorsal column medial lemniscus system. So why it is a medial lemniscus? Lemniscus is basically the combination of the things or the tracts. So medial lemniscus, as you know, this is the medial side and this is the lateral side. So these tracts travel in the median form in the median side. So that's why it is known as dorsal column, as it is lie in the dorsal column or a posterior column, posterior white column, dorsal column medial lemniscus system. So that is the reason why the tract is named as dorsal column medial lemniscus system and consists of two parts, fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus. So I told you that the dorsal column medial lemniscus tract, why it is called that, I give you the reason of this. It consists of two parts, the fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus. So these are the nuclei. The fasciculus gracilis is the nuclei which receive the fibers from the lower half of the body, below the trunk. The body below the trunk including the lower part of the abdomen known as pelvis, the limbs, the foot and the toes. And the fasciculus cuneatus is a nucleus which receives the impulses from the upper half of the body, including the trunk, the limbs. Okay, so cuneatus upper half of the body and the gracili or gracilus known as from the lower half of the body. So let's talk about what is the dorsal column medial lemniscus tract, which is a part of the ascending tract. This question is usually comes in the exam as the draw the DCML or draw the tract which carry the which discriminate between the 2 points, or which or the tract draw the tract which tell us about the touch or a pressure. So what is the dorsal column tract? Dorsal column tract is basically it carry the following sensations, including the fine touch. Fine touch means a person can clearly tell about the fourth finger of the right hand is touched by something, so which is a fine touch. And the pressure, and normally the pressure and the localization means a person is clearly identified that in his back in which region a ant run. And 2 point discrimination is basically the if 2 points, for example first and index and the middle finger, 2 points is placed in the body in the some region or some part of the body, person can clearly identify that these are the 2 points, these are the 2 fingers which is touched in my region of the body. Okay, this is a 2 point discrimination, so a person can discriminate or differentiate between the 2 points. So these are the sensations which is carried by dorsal column medial lemniscus tract by the fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus. So the fasciculus cuneatus receives uh, sensations from the upper half of the body. So up from the upper half of the body, fasciculus cuneatus fibers comes, and from the lower half of the body, fasciculus gracili fibers comes. These fibers enter through the posterior root. As you know, this is the interior root. This is a cross section of the spinal cord. This is the interior root, and this is the posterior root. These fibers comes from the posterior, enters through the posterior root. Then they enter into the dorsal or a posterior gray column, but they do not reside in it. They rapidly enter into the posterior white column, and they run through all the sections of the spinal cord till the medulla, which is the brainstem, which is the part of the brainstem. In the medulla there is also a fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus nuclei. So they synapse with these nuclei which are present in the medulla. So this is known as the first order neuron. Their first order neuron lie in the medulla. So in the medulla, after when these fibers comes in the medulla, they decussate in the opposite direction. They decussate or they cross in the opposite direction. That's why the right half of the body is controlled by the left half of the cerebral cortex, and the left half of the body is controlled by the right half of the cerebral cortex because of decussation of these fibers. So these fibers from the medulla runs through the pons and then to the midbrain, and then comes in the thalamus, which is a part of the higher brain center. In the thalamus they synapse with other neurons which are present in the thalamus. These are basically the ventrobasal nuclei. In these neurons